Hi, I am Prashant. Welcome to Make Marketeer. Like you already know, I keep telling people bootcamp is intensive, very intensive. So in this video, I want to tell you how intensive we get into subject when it comes to immersive bootcamp. I'll take an example with Google Ads, Analytics, Facebook Ads, and Google Tag Manager to try and brief you as to how in-depth skills and strategies and tracking that you do on your website. Remember, Google Analytics is to track the behavior of the user. But people only stop at this point. Remember, Google Analytics is just one tool in the world of web analytics. Web analytics is a big world. There's so many other tools. Google Analytics is not the only one. Google Analytics is free. 99% of the websites use Google Analytics. But remember, Google Analytics also has a premium version, which is Google Analytics 360. And the cost of it is $100,000 every year. And Google have 50,000 active clients. So my friends, remember, why people spend $100,000 to use one web analytic tool? Remember, the data is everything. That is why digital marketing is a data-driven marketing. You remove the data from digital, it is not marketing at all, right? So it does not mean you work on tools and you start using those tools, you become an expert. You can get more value from these tools. When I say tools like Google Ads, Facebook Ads, LinkedIn, Quora, whatever advertising platforms, they become alive, or you can see them in a new dimension when you track the user behavior on your site. And for that, you need Google Analytics. And if you talk about institutes who teach you analytics, they might teach you analytics for 2 hours or 3 hours. My friends, at bootcamp, we don't even cover the basic introduction of analytics the whole day or 2 days. It takes 16, 17 hours to get that analytics mindset into your head. Remember, analytics is not something that you log in and learn. Analytics should always be approached with a problem, because there's no point in looking at data. Data is not YouTube and Netflix, is not for entertainment. The whole purpose of data is to draw something from it, so you go back to those campaigns and improve the performance of those campaigns. And for that to happen, you need to be really, really good with analytics. And at bootcamp, we actually emphasize on that. So much so that you don't learn about user behavior, you learn about user experience. Remember, there's a lot of difference between user experience, user behavior. User behavior can be tracked in Google Analytics, like who's coming to your site, how many people have come to my site, what's the source in the medium, how long they've been on my site, how many people bounced off from my site, what's the pages that exit people from my site, how did the people navigate on my site, how much time to take from the initial impression to the final conversion, what if I'm doing multi-channel marketing, how all those channels work together to drive a user in his journey to purchase. Remember, a user will not directly come and join on your site or buy something from you. It's a purchase journey. From the initial impression to the final conversion, you have to track every little interaction, and those interactions may happen with a user on different multiple channels. And that is why we learn so much about multi-channel funnels. People don't even get there. Only institutes teach you about the basic reports, overview reports, audience reports, acquisition reports, conversion reports. But my friends, it is beyond. It is beyond. There are people who charge millions of dollars only to crack the problems or solve the problems or implement the analytics to a larger extent that you can track so much of information. Analytics is like a gold mine of data. The more you dive deep, you learn something from it, right? And you can't just learn the basic overview reports and say I'm an analytics expert. But sadly, most of the people you find, they actually say that. Remember guys, in Digital Marketing Bootcamp, we teach analytics where you learn to implement about cross-domain tracking, where a user is coming to one site and happen to move to a completely new domain. But when a user is moving from one domain to other domain, what happens is the cookie information is not shared. And when the cookie information is not shared, Google will treat both of them as two new users, right? But actually here you have to try the user into same session, and that will happen when you implement cross-domain tracking. You have subdomain tracking. It's particularly important when you work on e-commerce website or when you work on websites which have multiple subdomains. And you not just stop there. You try and not just work on the primary dimensions or the default metrics that are available. You create custom metrics, you create custom dimensions, right? You don't just track people who come to the site. The basic level of tracking teaches you about page view. But in analytics training, in Immersive Bootcamp, you learn about the micro conversions, the macro conversions being the clicks, the downloads, the page views, the little action that people do on their journey to purchase. Remember, not everybody who comes to your site will do the action that you want them to do, but people do those little things, and you have to capture them. Why? These are the people who have exhibited some real behavior, and these people would be the people, if you put them in a funnel, these people will ultimately go and purchase. So you have to capture these people. You don't put everyone into the same bucket. You try and capture these people and put in different buckets based on the behavior, and for that you need to track what macro conversions are. right? And how do you define macro conversions? And then you have micro conversions, right? A lot of little activities. See, all of them together will propel a person, and when you do these kind of ads, that's when people eventually fall in that journey and drive through the funnel to purchase. Remember guys, you can't just say one channel will help a customer to buy something on my site. No, user has to get interacted, or he has to see your product or ad on multiple platforms, and that will happen when you learn analytics thoroughly. You learn about multi-channel funnels, you learn about top conversion path. Remember, analytics is so powerful that it tracks the entire journey from the initial impression to final impression. It can record up to 5,000 interaction, and each interaction can add a lot of value. Remember, you don't just give credit to last one or the one channel that is prior to conversion, right? There might be some channels which might be assisting, there might be some channels which might be initiating, some channels which might be closing, some channels which might be pushing people. You've got to capture all these things, and that will happen only when you eventually learn the very in depth. You learn about events, you learn about goal setup, you learn about funnels, you learn about virtual pages, you learn about click tracking, button tracking, so many other things, and it is going to go deeper and deeper and deeper. That there is no program in the whole country that will teach you in depth like Immersive Bootcamp. Interested to know more? Enroll into our program, and you will see and learn analytics in a new dimension. Thank you so much guys. Continue to watch other channels, other videos in my playlist. Subscribe to our channel, and we wish you all luck in your journey to become a champion digital marketer. Thank you so much from Make Marketeer. Thank you.